Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Rolande Sumner. I'm the founder of Life After Service Transitional Coaching. And this morning, we're going to talk about how to use flexibility in the workplace to retain your veterans. Now, with the environment of COVID 19, more and more companies are allowing their employees to work from home by force for many companies, but by a necessity as well. And when everybody returns back to the normal life after COVID 19, many of those same employees are not going to want to work back in the office now that they know that they can work from home. So, how are you going to retain your veterans and the rest of your employees who have worked from home? How are you going to retain them from going to another company that is open to allowing their employees from working from home? Here are a few ideas that you can use to make the transition smoother for your company. One is allow them to continue to work from home a few days a week. And then that way, you're meeting them in the middle, you're compromising with them, and you're letting them know that you hear that they enjoy working from home. You really want to help them with that, but you still need to work on, you still want them to work in the office for various benefits. Or you can allow them just to work from home. And while we're on COVID 19, you start to build the infrastructure, you start to put things in place to make it possible for them to continue to work from home. This is going to be huge because you don't want to be left behind the curve when a COVID 19 pandemic comes to an end. You don't want your employees to be angry because they've had to return back to the workplace after they realize that, hey, I did a great job from home. Now, for companies that have not allowed their veterans or their employees to work from home, but they have the capabilities to doing so, I want to challenge you to question yourself about your trust level. If you hired someone, you should trust that they're going to get their job done no matter where they are. This is outside of employees who clearly cannot do their job in the living room or in a workspace in their home. Exterminators, anybody who has to be outside, like utilities, things of that nature, naturally they can't do their work from home. I'm talking about any employee who has a desktop or a laptop that they can bring to their home and they can work solely from there, or they can work predominantly from there. You need to let go a little bit in this instance. Because if you trusted your employee enough to hire them, particularly if you trusted them enough to make them mobile with a laptop, because usually, if you have a laptop, you are mobile in your job, and with their cell phone, you should trust them to be able to take care of their business at home. Now, some things might have to happen. They might have to take their files home, and you have to trust that they're not going to lose the files. You can have an agreement that says, hey, if you lose your files, or this is a terminating offense. Whatever you have to put in place to help facilitate that, you should, because this is going to be something that is making changes now to help continue that trend of allowing telecommuting in their businesses. So if you're not one of the businesses that are not taking advantage of this opportunity to test how viable telecommuting can be, you really should, because now the government is offering incentives. They're offering ways to support you while you're allowing your employee to stay at home and still work. Take advantage of that opportunity. This is a great way for you to start implementing some of those plans that you may have been thinking about, or some of the different telecommuting ideas and systems that you wanted to put in place before. This is a great time to do so. And it shows your employee that you really do care about their public health and that you want them to be happy. Other benefits to allowing your veterans and your employees to have flexibility about where they work is it can save you tons of money. Less workspace that you have to pay for. You can make it so that in the contract you give them a stipend, which means that you you stay within your budget of equipment that they have to buy. Here's a stipend. You get whatever equipment you need. Here's a list of things we would like you to have. And that's it. You have to stay within your budget. You can have it where you have a wholesale where you buy different equipment from wholesalers at a lower price. But at the end of the day, there are ways that you can save lots of money in having your employees work predominantly or wholly from their home or remotely. So look into those ways. There's also ways that you can hold your employees accountable. There are programs that you can download into your systems that will track the number of hours being spent on working. Now, as a former employee myself, that would actually aggravate me because I'd be like, oh, you don't even trust me to get the job done. However, if it makes you feel good and it's a way to compromise, do so. But right now is the time we want to do is work from home, but work from home and have that flexibility, particularly if we've been in a position that required us to work from a laptop or a desktop computer. Many of us have had laptops and have had to continue working while we were at school. Start doing the work now so that when COVID-19 is done, you can continue that trend on some basis, regardless if it's part time or full time. You can continue doing that for them and that they are more willing to stay with you. You can add this as a benefit in their benefit package. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put them in the comments below and I will be happy to answer them for you. In the future, I'm going to have a webinar for organizations who want to learn more ideas and have a forum for them to come to learn more about how to retain their veterans in their workspace. And that is going to go out to all of the businesses that I currently have in my newsletter. If you want to join my newsletter, post your link, your email below, and I'll be happy to reach out to you. Have a good day, and thank you for letting me hop on.